Hi guys and girls, welcome to another edition of Plastic Models by a Regular Dude and a mobile update edition. Not sure I'm going to do many more of these, they don't seem to be that popular, but I was out here in my park area doing some work, digging a big old flipping ditch. I thought, you know what, I need to take a break and get something to drink. So see what's going on in the modeling world, or let you know what's going on in mine. So first thing I want to talk about is I did an impromptu poll on the YouTube Modelers channel, or Google Plus YouTube Modelers group, and I basically asked the question. Two of the modelers that I knew about, that we call famous, well-known, kind of everybody knows who they are, modelers from my formative years, which was the mid-70s and then the kind of the mid-80s. And the two people that I put on my poll were Shepard Payne, which was, as I'm sure you all know, but for those of you who don't, he was a really good modeler and historian and collector of militaria. I don't know when he started, but he was pretty active during the mid-70s. The model company Monogram had a bunch of kits. They had their armor series and then lots of aircraft and stuff like that, and he would do how to build dioramas, tip sheets that came with the model, came in the package. Now some of them were just a simple black and white, two-sided piece of paper, and then some of them were 4-page color fold-outs showing the modifications you made, how he painted figures, stuff like that, and how he did that particular model kit that it was packaged in. And that was the first one, so Shepard Payne. And the second one was Francois Verlinden from Belgium, and I discovered him in the mid-80s with his Verlinden Way Volume 1 booklet, and I really dug that dude's stuff. I got that book and I was just blown away. I mean, Shepard Payne and Francois Verlinden, to me, because of the time period that I got really into modeling and then kind of got semi-serious about modeling, they were really inspirational and gave me a lot of food for thought in how I approached my model building. So my question was to everyone on this impromptu poll, it was who of these two modelers influenced you the most, whose work did you like most, and then, sounds unrelated, but it is, what part of the world are you from? So I did this quick little poll, and it's not scientific by any means, because I didn't really have that many respondents, but I did have a few. But I did notice something, and they were all pretty much in agreement that both were really good. However, I did find out something interesting, and it makes perfect sense to me, and I'm not, knocking anybody's decisions because of this, because, there's a certain amount of national, regional pride involved with most things, but the people from the United States tended to be more on the Shepard Payne side, and then people from Europe tended to be more on the Francois Verlinden side. So, which didn't really surprise me, and I kind of expected that result, and I wish I could get more people to respond, and I may try and do another one, maybe on my YouTube channel, because, good grief, of the 400 and almost 50 450, however many subscribers I have, I'm sure every last one of them watches my stuff every week or every time I post, so I should get some really good results. and I'm being facetious. But I'd like to figure out a way to kind of broaden it to get a better idea. But I think the results would be about the same. So it was kind of interesting, and the people that responded, their comments were very good, and they had very valid reasons why they liked one over the other. And the funny thing is all of them liked both. It's just one edged out the other for a given reason. I'm sure most of you, because of the stuff I've said in the past, mine was obviously Shepherd Payne due to early influence, and the stuff that he did, I really, really liked it. And even looking at it now, some of the stuff is kind of dated looking, and it could be more because of the photographic quality that's faded over time, but and the print quality back then. But in looking at his stuff, he really had a flair for telling a story. And in my opinion, and again, this is my opinion only, so feel free to disagree with it because that's what we're here for. I think that his ability to tell a story was a little bit better than Francois Verlinen's, just in that he, looking at one of his dioramas, you could really see and understand the story he was conveying. Francois Verlinen, his you could too, but sometimes it just seemed more like a scene as opposed to an actual being able to look at it and pick out a story or pick out something that's going on. So that was kind of cool. So that was a lot of fun doing that little poll, and for the people that responded, I appreciate it. Thank you. Really good stuff. So there's that. So what else? Thinking about doing some videos, some kind of opinion pieces, and I know there's some out there that can't stand opinions and would rather not hear them because everybody has one. But I think there's a couple of videos I want to do, and again, opinion pieces on topics such as weathering and realism versus just building a model to build it, stuff like that. Just some topics that I see a lot of talk about in different places, and unfortunately they usually end up in fights, verbal keyboard fights. People say, well, this is the reason and I'm right and you're wrong, blah blah blah. That's not what this is going to be. It's just going to be my opinion and what I think, and will help explain more how and why I do certain things on model kits. And it can change from kit to kit what I'm doing. So I'm going to do that. I think I need to do a follow-up video on a couple of years ago. I did a video on Vallejo paints, problems and solutions, and I think I'm going to do a follow-up to that, talking more about the paints and the direction I've headed as far as the paints I use and why. And again, it's just informational stuff. It's like every person that watches my videos can feel free to disagree with what I say. I'm not trying to impose my thoughts or opinions or the way I do things on other people. It's just some food for thought. There's a lot of people that throw out stuff, whether it be in text or videos, that I look at them, I think, well, that's kind of cool, but that's not for me. But hey, it works for you, and I like it when you do it. It's just not for me. I don't know if you guys have picked this up, but I'm really a live and let live kind of guy. Some of these people get so bent out of shape about stuff, when something is ridiculous as a hobby. Gluing bits of plastic together and putting paint on it, either trying to replicate a photo or just to build a subject somebody's internet. It's like, cripes, people, life is too short to get so bent out of shape about stuff that we should be enjoying. And people just get bent. So that's something else. That's kind of off topic, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to talk about that kind of stuff, and it's just to offer my viewpoint, and it's going to be totally benign, and with the usual disclaimers of this is what I think, this is what I do. What I'm saying don't matter in the grand scheme of things. It's just talk, something for somebody to watch. So I'm going to do that pretty soon on the Vallejo paints. And let's see what else. Then just do the typical stuff of building kits. I'm building the M4 Sherman early production by Tamiya, kit number 35190, that was boxed up in 95, I think 95. And I've been having an absolute blast with that kit. I'm loving it because I'm just, for like 99%, I'm just building it straight out of the box. The only thing that's different from what comes in the box is I covered up the sponsons on the inside, underneath the sponson sides over the tracks. I filled that in with plastic, so I'm going to have the hatches open. I want light shining through, and drill out the machine gun barrels. That's it. That's all I've done, quote unquote, extra, which at times was kind of hard because I like to add extra stuff and do extra things. But this is a total veg build. Doing a good job on it. Being meticulous, but not putting a lot of brains into it. It's just following the instructions and then starting doing paint and stuff. And man, I'm really enjoying this build, just to relax for a bit. And I think in doing so, I'm going to do the Joe's T34 group build, or a group Bulid, as the title says on the Facebook page. Bulid, group Bulid. I'm gonna go ahead and finish that one up because I did join that group build, so I'm gonna see it through, and I'm going a totally different direction with the kit I got, and but I'm gonna do that and finish that one up. And I got my other projects, and we'll talk about them. But the M4, I'm really doing, and just building the M4 like I have, and not being part of a group build, and not doing one of my model building for beginners things. There's been like zero pressure, and the pressure is on myself. Nobody's pressuring me to do anything. I do it to myself. I start doing something, and I start looking, oh man, I need to do this better. I need to do this better. I need to refill this, blah blah blah, and it starts becoming more task-like than the hobby I enjoy. So because of that, I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to finish up the group build because I committed to that. The M10 plastic models for beginners, building from a photograph, I'm going to see that one through to the end. And number one, because I really like the kit and I really want to do a bang up job on it. And then after that, I'm going to lay low on the complicated stuff. I'm going to just be building to build. I'll film what I'm doing, mainly just in case I run into problems or snags, or maybe things that would help someone in building the same kit, and just relax and kind of cruise for a while, because I want to do the Stug 3, the Georg Boscha, I guess is his name, Stug 3 that Peter Person sent to me. I want to do a really good job on that, and I want to build it in a stressful way, because I don't want to just start working on it and then just get frustrated. So I'm going to do a really good in-depth review, but it's going to be it might take me a year, might take 6 months, I don't know. I'm going to go step by step, just really looking at the stuff, going over the notes that my buddy Patrick Schaefer translated for me, and I'll talk more about that when I start the kit. But I'm going to just go through that one and just do a really good job, because I wanted, because Peter sent me that kit. He did not have to do that. He sent it to me because he thought I'd like it, and I do, because the Stugs, awesome vehicles. They're very interesting to me. The shape of them and their roll and stuff like that. But so I want to do a good job on it. I want him to see that, he sent me something, and I'm going to take my time and do a bang up job on it. So that's what I'm gonna do with that. So no group builds for a while, just finish up what I've got and then just start building on cruise control. Take some of the pressure off, self-imposed pressure. So anyway, that's that on the kits, and I've got another kit on the way. I'll do a quick talk about that when I get it. It's supposed to be coming in this coming Wednesday, I believe. A few extra modeling supplies, that kind of thing. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on with Plastic Models by a Regular Dude on this mobile update. So I've cooled off a little bit. It's pretty humid out here today and I was sweating like crazy, so I thought I'd take a quick break and do this video. So I've cooled off. I need to get back to work, dig some more in the ground, and get that thing done so I can call it a day. So anyway, that's it. Plastic Models by a Regular Dude. And anybody that comments, I'd appreciate, and I really would appreciate complete 100% honesty, total honesty, because you ain't gonna hurt my feelings, I can assure you. But the mobile updates, do you like them? Do you not like them? Do you think they're redundant? Are they interesting, just me sitting here blabbing? Or would it be more interesting if I just did a regular update in my desk with props like models and paints and stuff like that about, you know, some of the stuff I'm working on? So please comment below and let me know if the mobile updates are interesting and or helpful, or if they're just totally unnecessary and they just kind of like meh, they don't do much for me. Again, honesty. I mean, I'm not gonna cry. I'm really not. So I just like your opinion on that. So please comment. Anybody watching this, please comment. I'm gonna put a blurb up at the beginning in my title saying to read the description and to comment if possible, because I know some people like to get partway through a video and it's like, it's kind of boring, and then shut it off. So they're not seeing this message. So I'll put it at the beginning too. So anyway, that's it for now. Plastic Models by a Regular Dude mobile update, September 11th, 2017. Let's not forget September 11th. And we all know why. Okay. So everybody take care. Thanks for watching my videos. I appreciate it. Thanks for the comments. I love interacting with all the people that comment. It really stokes me up when I see a new name pop up in the comments. Lets me know somebody's watching, and you know, hopefully I can be helpful. So that's it for now. I will talk to you all later on Plastic Models by a Regular Dude.